Demon Deacons will get us underway with the opening kickoff. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will get the ball first. And, David, they've got a guy outside that has a lot of potential, but he has to prove that he can be a go-to guy.
No, 100%. They are going to have to depend on him to make plays, to consistently catch the football, to make those one-on-one matchups, make the defense really pay when they choose to do that. I think he's the guy that can do that in spurts, Jesse.
Yeah, he doesn't terrify this defense. We know that, having talked to the defensive staff going into this game, but they have seen him flash before on film. They know he has the ability to make the wow play. For them to win this game, though, you get the sense he's going to have to make a few of those for this offense.
Hammers ahead for a yard out to the 12. And the Rebels want to crank the tempo.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Fires to the big fella. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
All right, defense, you got to turn the page. You just gave up an explosive play through the air, but here comes the offense going quickly. You got to get lined up now and get ready for another one.
And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day, as they try to get their act together. The Rebels have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass, it's Sims. Right on the money. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Really nice job by the defense, keeping everything in front of you in that situation and rallying to the football, and now you're rewarded with 3rd and long. So we'll see on this next play if they do the same thing here or if they sell out and bring the blitz.
He stopped at the 23 and still a ways to go to pick up the first down.
You got to love that. On defense, one of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on 3rd down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. Whoop-de-doo. You've set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and celebrate.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. So Wake Forest's offense will go to work for the first time. When you look at the matchups in the passing game, you might think that this guy's going to be overmatched at corner, but I think he's really looking for the opportunity to prove that he can match up with one of the nation's best.
Yeah, and this receiver always wants the ball. He especially wants it, though, today, considering what he's up against. He told us coming into this game that he should be able to dominate and get a lot of looks. This defense is going to have to find ways creatively to get this guy matched up and covered. They're probably not going to be able to do it with just one guy with that corner out there, David, because this receiver is a difference maker.
No, and this isn't a great secondary, but they're going to have to play a great game. And this challenge is big because he's a superstar. So let's make sure we don't give up the big plays, maybe play a little bit deeper than normal, sometimes get a little bit physical. This secondary has a tremendous challenge on their hands.
Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the 2nd quarter. Here's the handoff. Got enough for the first down and wants more. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big runs.
Yeah, and this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the 2nd level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. Caught over the middle. It's Thomas. They'll get it down to the 10-yard line on that completion. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. Going to work on 2nd down in the red zone, is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Ripping through the defense. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. They'll use the running game on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Wake Forest.
And I like the running back's vision. He sees the hole, explodes through it. He knows where the goal line is, gets in the end zone, gets 6.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. And it was closed out by the short yardage touchdown. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Back to throw, it's Sims. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
And the Rebels now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Wants to fire on second down. He's going to go down, and he's in his own end zone. It's going to be a safety.
You could tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll get set for the free kick after the safety. Creates a little space. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Going right to work up top. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. Keeps it and gets past the chains. He'll be forced out of bounds. Big pickup on the play, and they'll mark him down at the 28.
This guy just gives you nightmares. I mean, he's just got so much electricity. He just pulls it down and chews up yards like it's nothing. That's a quarterback. A quarterback doing that to your defense.
Got his man. Shoved out of bounds. They'll mark him down at the 15-yard line, and this offense is doing work. Down to the 16-yard line. It's 1st and 10. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Oh, goes right through his hands, and he will think about that one for a while. It'll be 3rd down. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Fires into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Demon Deeks.
Well, this offense is clicking. They've been doing it all first half. Running the ball, throwing the ball. They had insult to injury with another touchdown here right before teams go into the tunnel. This defense, guys, they have got to find some answers, and they've got to regroup here at halftime.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 16-yard throw for the touchdown. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Coming out with it, it's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be concerned. If we're a little bit down, listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Back to pass on second down. And down he goes back at the 3.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Just enough time to get off one more snap. Give to the big fullback. Picks up just a few before he's brought down, not really willing to take a risk there on 3rd and long. The Rebels will kick it away to crank up the second half. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. And he was off to the races, and he gets it to the 45.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field, what a big gain for the offense.
The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called. And the Demon Deacons come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. They'll move the tight end. Rides the back on the option, the give. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Quarterback making checks. The running back takes his track off right tackle here. At the 20, he's got space. Touchdown, Demon Deacons! And the route is on. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible because he'll make it happen.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And they did tack on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the 33-yard touchdown run. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. They'll snap it from the 10 for the first play of this drive. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He'll try to do it himself. Really nice gain. Gets it out across the 20. It'll be a first down at the 22.
And this QB's really starting to show you something, isn't he? I mean, he's been hit a lot in the pocket, and I just like the toughness. At the end of the run here, he's not sliding because he's been banged up a little bit. Lowering his shoulder, getting the first down, taking some hits, but he's still competing.
Man, the momentum is squarely on their side right now. It's starting to feel like they're running away with this one. They scored a touchdown their last time out. Now on this drive here in the third quarter, the defense makes a massive play against the run, creating a negative play. They've got the opponent going backwards.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Catch in the middle, it's Bell. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. He will not make a fair catch. Field the punt and bring it back. The solid return there offsets some of the punt yardage and really sets up this offense nicely. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Throws toward the end zone. Touchdown, Wake! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth-quarter comeback. Stadium buzzing, kickoff team on the field, and we are ready to get this thing started. He'll bring it out. It's Thompson. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This thing got out of hand on them, but they'll try to finish with some pride here.
And this one was a beatdown. And there's nothing you can do about it because this one's over. Jesse, now we got to start progressing for next week for the rest of this season so we don't let one bad game turn into two.
Yeah, there are very few teams out there that won't watch game film, but they may want to skip this one. I mean, because it may hurt their confidence. They just need to turn the page and get ready for the next opponent and forget this day ever happened.
Man, that stiff arm he's got might as well be a sledgehammer. He's got it out to the 16. The Rebels really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll go to the ground. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's been that kind of day for this offense, right? It seems like anything they're dialing up just simply isn't working. But at this point, David, I don't know if it's even worth trying to run the ball.
Probably not. You're getting destroyed right now. Nothing has gone your way, and when you're down this much, I think the running game is used sporadically, not as a staple. Let's throw this football around and see what can happen.
To throw, it's St. Clair. Fires to the wideout. And he rifled in that pass, but it's incomplete.
And how about this offense? They're not worried about the clock. They're not worried about the score. They're not worried about early and down. Still trying to execute their offense. Still trying.
Lets it fly deep downfield. He's got it in the end zone for another touchdown, and this is a full-fledged beatdown.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this defense, and they're keeping their foot on the pedal here in the fourth quarter.
And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. And the last thing they need is to squander this great field position facing a third and long. Leaves it with the back. Finds a crease at the 20. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He's all the way down to the 2-yard line. Just spectacular execution there.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
They'll keep it on the ground for 1st and goal. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And you knew this one was over already, but how about an exclamation point to go with it? Another score for this offense. They've had themselves a great day, and the stats just continue to pile up.
They'll try to tack one more on their score. And with the extra point, the lead is even bigger. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And finish the deal with the short touchdown run from the 2. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes.
And the Ole Miss offense will take over 1st and 10.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 11. They send the tight end in motion. Looking to pass, it's Sims. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good.
And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line. When you know you have a team outclassed, the ability to play to that standard and finish with a blowout like this is really impressive.
And it's almost like playing against yourself, right? You know you're better. You know you're going to win the football game, but how do I continue to still execute? This was so easy, great execution, just beat down in every facet.
And I think as a player, you just love being in such great rhythm, and we saw that right from the get-go in this game. Offense just able to matriculate the ball down the field. Defense was not giving anything up. What a great game plan coming in, and this was just total domination.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.